2, 3, check, check, check. Hey everyone, Bandit here. Welcome back to the channel. Back in Microsoft Flight Sim for a live stream, first leg of our delivery flight of the Baron. Probably didn't pick a very good day for this, as the World Cup is just starting as we speak. So I imagine that's going to have a lot of people tuned into that. I do have it on the TV in the background, just to keep an eye on it. I'm not a big football fan, but anyway, going to go ahead with the flight. Yeah, so we're here in Beech Factory in Wichita, and we're going to do a flight up to, for first leg today, we're going to do VFR up to Boulder, Colorado, just outside of Denver there. Just to show you on that sim, we're here in Kansas, going to head up to Colorado to start foothills of the Rocky Mountains. And Denver is right up here. Last waypoint in the flight plan, if you're going to use it, is just south of the Denver controlled airspace, just to keep you clear of that, and then we'll just fly up parallel along the mountains till we get to Boulder. There's no instrument approaches here, so we have to go in visual, and we'll talk about that as we get a little further along. Anyway, we are on the VATSIM network if anybody chooses to fly along, and we'll just use the VATSIM controller. Denver is online. We could use flight following when we go into Denver and go from there. So let's go get the airplane. Got it set up here. Let's do a quick walk around, just check everything over. Remove the covers, shocks, heat up covers. We'll throw them all in the baggage compartment here. Check over the general condition of the airplane. Looks good since we last flew it. And yeah, didn't have a lot of feedback in the comments. Had a couple suggestions and ended up picking Barrow, Alaska. Thought it was a great choice. Have great freeware scenery for Barrow, and we're going to see some great sights along the way. We'll be flying over some of the national parks, Teton Glacier, up through Alaska. Be beautiful scenery going up the coast, and then up through Denali National Park there, and then yeah, should be a great little trip in this airplane. Okay, without further ado, let's hop inside and get this thing going. Just remove the control locks. Check our controls are nice and free. It looks good. We'll check all our breakers. Are all in. Fuel selectors are on. And I've loaded up the airplane with our flight plan today is VFR. We got a couple of VORs that we can follow over, and it's going to take us to that point just south of Denver's airspace. We're going to go at 10.5. The elevation is up to above 6,000 So once we get close to the Rocky Mountains, and as we fly up the edge of the foothills there, it's going to be around 8,000 feet. So 10.5 is going to be good altitude to go at. That'll be a VFR altitude. Okay, we'll check our, so our fuel's on. We got, I'm going to open up these cowl flaps because it's probably pretty warm here today. Let's just check the weather too as we're looking. The weather is pretty good. There's no TAFs for BEC or BDU. And there is one for Denver, and Denver is just looking at some scattered clouds for the majority of the day, and the temperature right now in that area is 34, and here here it's 34, and in Denver it's 35. So pretty hot day. Average wind, we got a little bit of a flying westerly, so we got a little bit of tailwind component, so it shouldn't be too bad. And our load is 660 pounds of gas. So I've loaded that on the airplane. Okay, we'll leave the door open for now. I'll get this window open. And we'll get the quick start up here. Don't get any heat. I'm going to make sure the side vent is open. Cabin vent air. Let's get the battery on. Alternators on. I'm using the PMS GTN 750s today, just for something different, and it allows you to access VFR charts, which you can't use on the real GTN 750s. So having VFR charts is a nice feature when you're doing a VFR leg. Okay, so let's get our mixtures fully rich here. We'll start with the right throttle, and I'll get the boost pump onto high, the throttle up, check our pressure is good, do that for about 3 seconds there, bring it back down, off. Okay, we'll get the door closed there, clear to the right, clear to the left, and we'll start the right engine. So we'll crack it a little bit. Good start. Get it up about 1100 RPM just to get it warmed up. Won't take long in this heat. It's getting pretty hot in here, so we need to get some AC going on as quick as we can. Okay, we'll do the same thing with the left engine. So I'll get the left boost pump on, bring it right up, got good fuel pressure, keep it on for about 3 seconds there, bring it back down. Crack that throttle as well, and it's clear to the left. And good start on that. Chipper T's and P's are all coming up. This one we want to get a little bit higher on the throttle, at least 1200. Put it up to 1300, and I'll put them both at 13 just to keep it keep them balanced there. Oh, 1400 RPM. And then we need to get this AC on as quick as we can, so AC blower. And we'll shut this window so we don't get keep our cool air that we're going to get here. You can see the temperature is just starting to come down now. We're going to lean the mixtures. And it looks pretty good. So let's get your avionics master on. And we'll get our flight plan loaded up. We squawking 1200, stand by. Perfect. Go to the flight plan, and we'll set our flight plan up here real quick. So departing out of Beach Factory, we're going to be going direct to our destination of KBDU. And we're going to go direct to ICT. Might not be going direct to that's Wichita VOR. HUT. And that looks good there. And then we're going to be going to HYS. And GLD. and then to XLENT. Okay, so that's our flight plan. Just go back, look at the map, see how that looks. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So that's a route. Oh, we got different destination there, put the wrong KBUB. Change that. So flight plan, we're going to delete. We're going to add K, double check the KBDU. So that's Boulder Muni, yep. So that's better. That looks a little bit better. Take us up the foothills up to Boulder. Perfect. So our flight plan's in. Let's put our selected altitude of 10.5. Actually, we're going to take off out of here. I'll show you on the VFR map. So if I just show you the airspace out of here. So flying VFR, we've got some Class G airspace here. So we're going to go north of that. And then we also have Class G airspace here, bottom at 2700. So the airport around the international airport here goes out to here. So we'll just go just north of that. And then it also goes from 2700 to 5300. So if we stay below 2700, so we'll go 2500, which is about 1100 feet above ground. So we'll just take off out of here, probably off 01, I think, is the favoring runway. Be a left turn out, and then we'll just kind of head out in this direction. And we'll just stay below 2700 till we're clear of the by Wichita here, and then we'll just pick up this route, just intercept this route and go northbound here. And then once we're clear of there, then we climb up to 10.5, and then we're good there. So that's the plan for the departure. So I'll put 2,600 feet in for our selected altitude. And I'm just going to check the weather again here. And it is showing winds 1708. Oh, so we're going to be taking off southbound. So let's take a look at that again. So probably the best way to depart then is going to be close my Navigraph charts here. I'm going to have to open it back up. Yeah, so if we take off of 19, we could do, just stay clear of the international, we'll do a left-hand circuit, so we'll go left, up this way, and then we'll depart the circuit up in this direction here and go up through here. These are just small private fields here, so not really too much concerned about that for traffic. So left-hand circuit, we'll go northbound, and then once we get far enough northbound, we'll turn left and stay at 2,600 feet until we're clear of the zones. So that's the plan. Okay, temperature is coming down in here nicely. Oh, air conditioning is working great today. So let's head out and we'll do a run up and get things going. The frequency out of here is, if I go to Waypoint, Airport, frequencies, and well, that's for Boulder. We want for KBEC and frequencies, and we're going to use the tower frequency 126.8. We'll pick that frequency. 126.8 will be our frequency, and that will be the CTAF frequency we use for departing out of here. We'll get a chart for the ground chart just to see where we are. Oh, cannot get Navigraph data. Wonder why. Okay, might have to reset that up in my systems here. Just let me get that real quick. See brief options. charts, reconnect nav graph. Just gonna use my phone real quick to scan that QR code and get that approved. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're again here parked in front of the Beech Factory office there. We'll taxi out over here and we'll just do a run up just facing south right over here on this ramp area here, and then we'll taxi out Charlie, or sorry, we'll continue to taxi out Charlie 2 because we're going to take off, and then I guess we'll have to backtrack a little bit. It's pretty hot, so I'll backtrack and use not quite all the way, probably backtrack to here, and then that'll give us about 6,000 feet of runway for the departure. So that's the plan right now. So let's head over and do a run up, and we'll go from there. And parking brakes off. Checking the brakes. Yeah, pretty hot here in the Midwest. Kind of head south here. It's clear behind us, and we'll just hang out here and do a run up. Okay, so we'll bring up the 1700 RPM. Set the altimeter, get the mixtures to full. And that looks good. And we got T's and P's are all in the green. Cycle our props first. It's good. Okay, we'll check our mags. Drop off less than 100. Over around a little over 100. About 100, and about 100. Those are good. Okay, so we'll check our alternators. So left alternator is off, low to 0. Right alternator is off, low to 0. We got the low volts light. Left alternator back on, takes the load, low volts is out. And right alternator on, load, and lights out. That's good, avionics is off. Check our prop. Won't be needing that today, but we'll check that it works. To get the cycle, so we're looking for in the acceptable range right now. It does cycle. Check our windshield. We get a jump in the volts, windshield heat. That's good. We'll check all the pitot heats, so we should get a little bump every time we turn one of these on. So bump there. We got the pitot heat light. We'll bump there. We get a little bump with all these so then we shut them all off, and the pitot heat light is out. That looks good. We'll get our nav lights on. strobe lights on. All lights off for now. We still got the AC on. Check our flaps. Flaps are full. And we have the down, and we'll put them up to approach for takeoff. That's all good. I'm not going to check the surface de-ice. We won't be needing that today. And I think that's about it. I'll bring the throttles back. Keep them up to about 1300 for the air conditioner. Air conditioner is working great today. And we have 21 degrees. That's looking good. Okay, so fuel load, we got 3/4 of a tank, so lots of fuel for the trip. Let's just check the autopilot real quick. So we're going to turn our heading. "30 degrees left." I'll engage the autopilot, and then I'll engage heading mode, and it turns to the left, and it's tracking, and the flight director is tracking, and we'll go to the right, and tracking, and I'll put the autopilot off and hit it again, and the flight director goes off. That's good. Do the test light too, make sure all the lights are working. Go back to our map. Our initial track out of here is going to be 277. So we'll put that in. We're going to be taking off of runway 188 for the heading. We're heading 188 up to 2,600 feet. So that all looks good. And we got a little hot on the one engine here. I'm going to, so we got the cowl flaps open. And I'm just going to lean out the mixture a little bit. And we'll just keep an eye on that temperature. It's right on the edge there, so, because we got the monitor alarm there. Okay, so we need to get going, get some airflow going on this. So I think that's good for our pre-flight. So let's do an announcement on the radio. So I'll get the transponder going to on, alt on. And we'll announce that we're going to taxi out Charlie to backtrack for runway 19 departure. Beechcraft Factory traffic, it's Baron November 848 Delta on the beach ramp. Be taxiing out Charlie 2, backtracking runway 19 for westbound departure. We do in a left-hand circuit out and then heading westbound once we're north of the airport for Beech Factory traffic. Okay, taxi light on, parking brakes off. Yeah, should be beautiful weather. It's kind of just scattered high broken cloud all along the route here. Here's Charlie 2. And I'm going to use the VFR map here. The Navigraph VFR day. Perfect. That's a nice feature on the GTN's PMS ones. You can integrate Navigraph charts here as well, the high-low charts and the VFR charts. That carby temperature is coming down nicely. I'm just going to double check the weather here. So the weather 140 at 7. And good, altimeter is 2997, which I believe we have set. Yep. Okay, this should be good enough here. That'll give us about 6,000 feet of remaining. And there's a big Air Force base just up to the right here. That's why we're going to do the left-hand circuit is for this runway here. So southbound left-hand, and then we'll come up here and we'll kind of stay clear of this area up here. So we'll go up far enough north till we're clear of that. Right up this area here, and then we'll intercept our route. Okay, so taxi lights off. Let's get our mixtures full rich. Props full forward. Get our landing light on, strobe light on. Transponder is on. We have to turn the air conditioner off. And T's and P's are all good in the green now. Cowl flaps are open. We'll leave them open until we get a little bit of altitude and get some cool air flowing. We've got our track set there. I think we're all set to go. Beach Factory traffic, Barron, November 848 Delta, departing runway 19. It'll be a left-hand circuit northbound and then westbound Beach Factory traffic. Okay, off we go. And then we're airborne at minute 27. Back on the center line here. Speed's good. Positive rate, gear up. Above 100, flaps up. And gear is up, flaps are up. And I'll bring the power back just a little bit. Bring the props back just a little bit as well. Okay, about 500 feet. Start our left-hand turn. And there's 2,600 feet. And I'll bring back to about 30. We're going to head roughly north, or the reciprocal for the downwind heading. Just get far enough away from the runway here. Pretty flat here in Kansas. That should be good. Just put the runway heading on the tail, and then that'll be fly that till we get far enough north. There's the airport there. Okay, after takeoff, gears up, flaps are up. Willie props and make sure where they are right now. Probably bring the mixtures back just a little bit for now, but we'll lean them out once we get up to cruise altitude. And looking at our chart, we're going to want to go north and just stay north of this line up here. Actually, just north of this line here, so we can start turning now. It's getting a little bit low there. As long as we stay below 2700, then we don't have to worry about calling the international airspace there. Beach factory traffic, it's bearing 848 Delta. We're clear of the zone to the north, proceeding westbound at 2600 feet, beach factory traffic. Okay, looking good. We just need to stay north of this line and below 2,600 feet in this area here, or below 2,700 feet. So, and once we're clear to the west, we can climb up to our altitude. This is a small little private airport here. And since it's right on the approach to the Air Force Base, I'm sure they would have to coordinate any movements with them. Just keep in mind, I don't know all the local procedures here. There might be a VFR advisory frequency that they use for transiting around this area and stuff like that. Flying VFR in some of these major centers where there's so many little airports like this can be challenging. That's why it's always best to do flight following if you can. Okay, so we're clear of the zone, so let's put up 22.8. That'll be our just monitoring frequency for VFR. Okay, it's getting warm again, so we're clear now. So let's get some AC on. We'll put the thing on low. Keep those cowl flaps open because we're still pretty hot outside here. Definitely a beautiful day to go flying here. Just hand flying through the zone here. Once we get up to start getting up to our cruise altitude, I'll probably use the autopilot. Okay, yeah, so once we get out, beam the first waypoint there, we can just pick up this leg here. And then once we're clear past the first waypoint, we can start our climb up to 10.5. Well, we're on the first leg. Yeah, look, like I said, there wasn't a lot of feedback. There's some towers there we need to keep an eye out for. Just see if they show up on the chart there. Yep, and you'll see the towers there on the chart. So. Back down to 2,700 feet. Yeah, so what we're staying clear of right now is the Wichita International Airport. They have a Class C airspace that goes around the airport here. And that's what this is here. This circle here is Class C airspace for Wichita International. Coming into that first waypoint, then we'll turn north westbound. Nicely clear of the area here. A little bit warm. I think we'll go the blower to high. Well, I've got to get that AC on. Okay, now we'll pick up this track going. See, our next track is going to be 309. And we're just starting to get clear of the zone now, so what I'll do is I'll bring the power back up to 35. Picking up our track nicely. Pitch up for a little bit of climb. And I'll get the autopilot on. And I'll go nav. And we'll pitch up a little bit. And we'll set our altitude for 10,500. Let's do some vertical speed. Engage that and do about 1,000 feet per minute. So I got flight director nav, altitude is armed, and autopilot on. And we're in vertical speed mode. Climbing at 1,000 feet per minute. Back to our map here. We'll leave the cowl flaps open for now. Temperature outside is still it's about 26 degrees. Once we get a little altitude, we'll close the cowl flaps up. Starting to cool down in here a little bit as well. Oh, T's and P's are all looking pretty good. We're just monitoring Unicom for the radio. Now I think Denver Center is still online, so yeah. We'll be able to contact them for flight following once we get past this next waypoint up around this airspace. Starts up around here, I think, for Denver Center. temperature's cooling off a little bit. We need a weather radar today. Yeah, so for the delivery flight overall, just planning on going to take it right up to Barrow, Alaska, which is right up the north side here. So we're coming out to Denver. We'll head north, keep heading northwest. We'll go up through the Rockies here. We'll get up through, probably fly through over the Tetons, up through Glacier, head westbound over to the coast, work our way up the coast of British Columbia here, and then get back up into Alaska. And yeah, once we get up into Alaska, we'll take it up north through Denali. Denali's up in this area, I believe, and then yeah, right up the coast. Lots of beautiful scenery to see, and then we'll head up to Barrow, Alaska. Will be our delivery. So probably take us about another trip here, another one here. That'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trips, 7, 8 trips to get her all done. Should be a lot of fun. So there's Denver airspace. Once we get up there and get established our cruise altitude, we'll contact them and just request flight following with Denver Center. And their frequency, I think, is 2765. Okay, so it's cooling off nicely. Gonna put the blower back down to low. Just a nice cruise climb speed here. It's giving us about 150, 55 knots or so, 1,000 feet per minute. T's and P's are looking good. Outside air temperature is cooling off nicely. Throw in the frequency for this VOR here. HET frequency, put that in standby. And then we got our VOR frequency up here as well. Just passing over it. Just some nice scatter cloud around here. Okay, next track is 306, so 3 degrees left. Just past the VOR. Coming up on 1,000 feet to go. It's cooling off in here now. I'm just going to turn off the air conditioner. And we'll just let the fresh air vent. So we can get some air going out here. probably close those cowl flaps up now. Okay, we should be capturing this. Yep, there we go. Captured the altitude. Leveling off. Accelerate, and I'm going to keep, so I'm going to bring the props back to 2500 RPM for the cruise. Get our prop sinks on. Keep around 33. So we got 33.25, and we'll start leaning our mixture out. Outside air temperature is 10 degrees, so if we put 10.5 below 10, we got our 10.5 mark there. Put that below this mark here, a plus 10. And that gives us right now a true airspeed of 200 and about 203, I guess. We can check on the GPS here too. And let's see what we get. We got 204, so pretty close. Okay, so now time to lean out the mixture a little bit. It's getting a little bit cool. We can shut the vent off or close it up a little bit here so it doesn't get too cold. Okay, so to lean the aircraft, we use the EDM 760. I'm not totally swept up on this, but I have a general idea. So we're going to lean it rich at peak. So I'm going to hit the lean find, and then we just slowly bring back our mixtures until we hit peak. And see which is the peak cylinder heads here. You can look on here too, so your EGTs are going up slightly. Just slowly moving our mixtures back. Here we got peak on the left, on the right. And bring back the left till we hit peak. And then once we get peak, we'll let it stabilize, and then we want to take it till it's rich at peak. So we'll increase it, and we're looking for till it goes to the other side, and then we're going to go rich at peak. So we want to go about around 30 rich at peak, I think is a good number. That's good. And we check our fuel flows, and that's about 17 and a half aside, so that's reasonable. We got 17.3 and 17.2, so that's good. So I think we're good. Turn the lean find off, and we'll just fly with those settings for now. We're doing about 200 true. All looking pretty good. Back to the main map here. So we got a ground speed, hardly any wind actually at this altitude, so not bad at all. You can change the fields on this, so I have I don't need the track there. Got our direct track and track, and I have that down here as well. So I got direct track, so I'm gonna put the ground speed up here. So I'll go to menu, change fields. We'll put the wind up here. So wind speed and direction. There we go. Now we got the wind, and it's just 1 knot, so hardly any wind right now. Okay, so looking pretty good. Nice and cool in the cabin. Might even have to turn on a little bit of heat. So I'll just put the heater on low. Get a little air going out here. Perfect. So the first leg just flying over the prairies here. Nothing too exciting to see. Once we get up to Denver, it's going to be pretty much mountainous terrain for, I'd say, 90% of the trip after that. So it should be a lot of fun trying to navigate around that. Let's look at the latest weather for our destination. So if we go to Waypoint Info Airport, it's going to be for KBDU. Boulder Muni. And right now, winds 0305, clear skies, 35 degrees, 3009. Not bad there. Let's get the airport info. So the runways are 08 and 26, so wind 030, so we'll probably plan on 08. If I go back to the VFR map here, head over to, so you got Denver International up here, and this is Denver's airspace, so this is all Class B airspace here. So we're gonna head to this waypoint here and stay, this is Colorado Springs, so we'll just stay in between those, and then we'll get up into the foothills here. We'll taxi up to the foothills, we'll stay just on the edge of the airspace up here, and then here's Boulder here, so we'll come in, join a right base for straight in for runway 08 in Boulder. We go back to the info, the airport. So the runway is 4,100 feet, 7,500 feet. There is no charts for this airport. So it's 75 by 4,100 hard surface. And there's a great little freeware airport. I included it in the description if you want to fly this route yourself. Both freeware airports are available on flightsim.to, and you can pick them up and add them in. And I'm going to try to find as many great little freeware airports as we can for this trip. There's lots available. See anything else we need to do here? I don't think there's anything under the preview. That's just the map area there. Procedures, they're just going to be, I don't think there's any procedures, so let's go see what we can load for our procedures. There's probably going to be just maybe a visual approach. Yeah, just the visual approach. It's got 2 runways, must have a grass strip there as well. So for these airports where you don't have a lot of information, there's a great website where you can get that information. I'll have a look for it here, and then once I find it, I'll bring it up and show you. It's called SkyVector. If you go to SkyVector, they have some great info for the U.S. Just for the U.S. I think they might include some of Canada, but southern Canada, just north of the border, but it's primarily just a U.S. Thing here. So just let me find that site, and then it's a great site for finding airport information on these small little airports. Okay, yeah, so SkyVector here. So just let me go back. So when you log into SkyVector, you get the map here. and you just type in an airport like KBDU and go, and then you hit the info button up here, and then it's going to bring up all the information you're going to need about this airport. So we have location, elevations, almost 5,300 feet, open to the public. You have all the comms frequencies here, nearby nav aids, runway information. So we have a grass strip as well. Yeah, 08. So there's a little grass strip associated with that as well. So 0826. So it's probably right beside the main strip. So we got a hard surface of 4,100 feet by 75 feet, and then a little grass strip of roughly the same dimensions. It's a glider strip. Yeah, so it's a little glider strip just north of the airport there. And that's represented in the scenery, actually. So a great little site for finding information about. And if there's any approach charts, they'll have links to it down here. So great little website to use to find information on airports. And it should tell you what the circuits are too. So for that circuit for 08. Runway 08 is a left-hand pattern, and 26 is a right-hand pattern. Yeah, so good tools to use if you want to find information about U.S. airports. Great little website. And it's a site for real-world pilots, so you can actually don't go too crazy into it, because you can actually file a flight plan in there if you set up an account and all that stuff. So I just use it for the basic information. Oh, it's getting too warm in here now. That's the problem with this. It's not too realistic for the. Can't feel the heat. There's no heat sensitivity. Wonder if you can rig the sim up with a little space heater beside you, and if it gets too hot, it cranks the heat up, makes it hot for you. I don't think anybody's added that to their sim rigs that I know of. Well, anyone watching, and let me know in the comments if you're planning to do any legs of this trip. Want to do on your own time, and you can do them on VATSIM as well. May or may not have traffic. So we'll look up that VATSIM frequency again. So we have Denver Center on 2765, so I will put that up in the background. 127650. Enter. There we go. That's ready to go. And then what we'll do is request flight following. He might be able to take us right through Denver airspace instead of having to go south of that. Instead of having to go south of the airport through the gap there between Colorado Springs and Denver, we can probably just go right into Denver airspace. Quite often, even at these big international airports, I'll just kind of show you on the NavGraph charts here. So since the airport we're going to is right up here, quite often ATC will take you in. They'll take you in, if they're landing north-south, which they probably are in Denver, they might take you right over the airfield and then save you a lot of time having to go all the way around. That's a possibility. See what they do. They might not even give us flight following. You might just say you're on your own. It's pretty good temperature there now. Good features on here. We got utilities. We can do our sensor data, get our true airspeed. So we're doing 202, which is pretty close to what's shown on here. It's got our density altitude, pretty high with the, you can see it's almost 2,000 feet higher than we are right now. Got our wind information. There's a fuel planner on here as well. Trip planner doesn't work on here, so we can do VNAV if we need to, but basically I'm not going to really descend too much, because by the time we get to the airport elevation at BDU is 6,000 feet, I think. 5,300 feet. So, but we got to fly up. If we're going to fly up this way, up through the. Let me look at the map here. We're going to fly up through the. We're going to fly up. Once we get past here, we're going to fly up the foothills. It's about 8,000 feet, so we're going to probably want to be around 9,500. So we don't have a lot of altitude to lose. Let's just look at the charts. We're flying up. There's a big airport up here over HYS. It's Hayes Airport. So if we go down to the map for utilities, VFR map, check out the airspace here. This is just Class E airspace, and then this airspace here is Class E. That's fine. You don't need to talk to anybody when you go through Class E airspace. So I don't see any Class D or C airspace. Usually Class C is what's around the control zone. Well, it's probably just uncontrolled. Well, it's just Class E airspace, and that would be a center controller would use that airspace just to keep control of IFR traffic that are coming in and out of this area here. But you do not need to have two-way communications to go through Class E airspace. Oh, look at all the towers up here. So we should see the airport as we fly over it here. Yeah, so when you're in Class E airspace, basically, if you're IFR, you would be talking to a controller. He would have radar controlling this area here, and he would just give you information about other IFR traffic and any VFR traffic that he's aware of. But like I said, VFR traffic, you don't have to have two-way communications to go in there. So there could be traffic that he's not aware of. Off there pretty good. I'm gonna go down and just shut this vent a little bit more. Get a little bit of heat going. Try not to turn the heater on. That's not a bad temperature though, 15 degrees. $60 for you Fahrenheit users. So there is a fuel calculator on here too, so we can do fuel planning. So we can do present position. We can use the flight plan mode. So active flight plan, use sensor data. Okay, and that's cumulative, looking good. So our fuel flow is 35 gallons an hour, 34.3 gallons an hour. Ground speed is that. We have fuel on board, and we should be fuel required to KBDU. That seems high. Fuel at KBDU, 13 gallons. Reserve, that seems high. Well, that's because it's got the entire flight plan, so I want present position. Okay. There we go. That's going to be better. So required fuel. Fuel there at KBDU now is going to be 32 gallons with a reserve of 55 minutes, so it's a lot better. Perfect. So it's a nice little fuel planner you could use. Check our fuel. We're still over half a tank aside. Yeah, so that's present position along the flight plan to our destination. You can do a fuel check to any point along the route too if you want. So you can check for our next waypoint there, which is HYS. So that's only going to use fuel required to HYS is only going to be 8 gallons because we're almost there, 0.8 gallons. So nice little fuel planner they have here. Put it back to present position KBDU so we can go back. Check that out later on. We're coming in just over the airport here. Yeah, so I'm just looking at the chart for there. And that's just a little 6,500 foot runway, uncontrolled. Hayes Regional Airport. Okay, we're picking up on our next leg, and our track is going to be 283. Change our course to 283. There we go. That's Hayes, beware, we can tune that up. Well, that's, nope. Yeah, we should be able to, that was it, I think, Hayes. 10, oh yeah, 10-4, we can put that into nav 1. There we go. We can get an update out of the altimeter there. So if I want to go to KHYS, so I'll go airport waypoint info, KHYS. That's one thing you have to do when you're transiting. So that's Hayes, Kansas. We can get the airport info or the weather. So at Hayes, it's 2997, and that's pretty much what we have set there. 7. Go out there. And if you look up the frequencies, you can get that here too. So get all that information as you're flying along and update your altimeter as you're flying along VFR. I don't know if we can view charts too. Yep. Hayes, we can select the ground chart there. You can see there just Unicom radio 6,500 foot runway is the main runway, 4,500 feet. So these GTNs are great little tools for getting information as you're trucking along here. So the Denver airspace, a whole bunch of towers up here. If we go to the VFR chart, so I go back to utilities and the VFR map, a whole bunch of towers up to the right here. Be a big wind farm or something. Oh yeah, you can see all the windmills there. Yeah, so using these VFR charts on the EMS 750 is a nice option. You can't do it on the TDS because in real life, the Garmin GTN wouldn't be able to do this. This is just a feature that PMS has added to their, so it allows you to select the various charts. So we got Avergraph, VFR, IFR charts you can use. Normally on the TDS one, you just be able to use the regular VFR map that the GTN would have loaded, which would be similar to this. We can check our fuel. So if we go back, we just passed Hayes there. Fuel, and we have it in gallons here. I think we can change it to pounds though. Pounds. So we had fuel on board. We had over 500 pounds of fuel, so we're good on the gas for the flight plan. So we had over 500, and we needed just under 500 when we passed Hayes there. So. That's with lots of reserve as well, so we have lots of extra fuel. Denver airspace should be starting. We can put up, look at the airspaces, that should be on there. Should be around here. Denver Center. Let's go back and look at the IFR charts. So we go to utilities, map, look at maybe a low IFR. There's Denver Center starting right there. What's Denver's control zone starting right there? I'll switch up.
Table VOR.
And I'll look for a reference point that we can call them up that we're by. That's
Delta 569, you're leaving my airspace, Minneapolis offline, ready services terminate, frequency change approved.
So we're just south of, southeast of Hill City.
Deputy Center, good afternoon. Air Canada 1049, 50 East
And I can put
Philip
that in
VOR,
the,
level 340.
put that in the
Air
VOR.
Canada 1049, Denver Center, radar contact position as reported.
Go
Welcome.
map, Hill City. Put that frequency in, move it up. And we got a reference, so we're basically 25 miles south east of Hill City. Denver Center, it's Barron, November 848 Delta. We're just about 24 miles southeast of Hill City, VOR 10,500 VFR, request flight following.
Barron 848 Delta, Denver Center, hello, say aircraft type?
Beechcraft Barron, twin engine. Squawking 1200.
Squawk 2701 ident.
2701 ident. Barron 848 Delta.
United 1875, Lume Aerospace LA offline, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Update advisory, United 1875, appreciate the service, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 2701, I'll hit the ident.
Denver Center, United 5861, vacated west and left, holding on Echo 5.
United 1758, Denver Center, now foams, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff.
Denver Center, Logan, United 1758, coming off 117 left.
United 1758, where were you calling in from?
Denver.
United 1758, RNAV foams, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV foams, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff, United 1758.
November 848 Delta, could you send that ident one more time? I missed it, apologies.
No problem.
November 848 Delta, Denver Center radar contact over the Hill City VOR, the Goodland altimeter, let's see here. Goodland altimeter 3004, welcome.
3004, thanks. Right now we're flight plan south of the Class Bravo for Denver. Just wondering, we're going to Boulder Muni, just wondering when we get closer if you could just vector us through the Class B and then we'll head into Boulder Muni.
Yeah, I can do that.
Super, thanks.
And Denver Center, Southwest 1439, back in the flight deck. Thank you very much.
Southwest 1439, welcome back.
Yeah, so here's a little way you can...
United 5861, welcome
you
to
can
Spring,
fly
taxi to the
VFR
red
on
pilot discretion, good day.
And this is pretty realistic in real life. This is what kind of what you would do.
United 5861, thank you for the ATC.
Request flight following, and then once you're with center, then they can take you through the Class B airspace and save you a lot of time getting around these major cities.
United 1469, Lima Aerospace, Denver, or correction, Albuquerque Center offline, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Good night, 1469.
Southwest 4219, Denver Center, you with me?
I was just about to call you. Come up on runway 8, ready to go, 4219.
Southwest 4219, RNAV Royal, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Royal, runway 8, clear for takeoff, Southwest 4219.
Hopefully the ATC is not too loud. I will just turn it down a little bit here, I think.
United 784 is passing 6.1.
United 1758, Denver Center, radar contact, climate and maintain flight level 360.
all the way up to 360 and can we delete the restrictions for United 1718?
So what I think I'll do is once we get closer to
United 1758,
Good land.
that's approved as requested.
Thanks very much.
and we'll
Cancel the altitude
request to go direct to the Muni, which is up here, and that'll
Air
take us
France
right over
58,
Denver,
Lima
and then he
Airspace,
can be
Albuquerque outbound,
responsible for
ready to
vectors
service
as we get
terminal,
closer
frequency
to the Muni. That'll save us having to go south of the airspace there. Now, he did say there's an airport at Golden is airport here. Let's get some info on that. We'll get some weather. He said the altimeter there was 3004, so we can put that in.
Condor 140.
And nice weather there as well.
At the red table view are cleared to localize the DME echo approach.
Yeah, so great little upgrade we got for our aircraft here, the dual GTNs. Really useful tool. S&Ps are looking good. We're at half fuel now. Yeah, let me know in the chat or the comments if you've done any VFR flying on VATSIM. I haven't done a lot of VFR flying, just occasionally, but you definitely can do it. We're just coming up on the halfway point for today's trip. I haven't decided where we're going to go for the next leg, but I'm guessing might go up to Jackson Hole, and that's with the Teton Mountains, Grand Teton National Park, I think it's called. And that was part of the latest scenery update for you update a lot of the national parks, and the scenery looks amazing there. I actually did a flight out of Grand Junction.
Short of runway 08, ready for departure.
Mountains look amazing, so
So 1705,
that might be a
runway
good
8, clear
location
takeoff,
to go to
wind
next.
050, gust 16.
And that's an airport everybody will have in the sim too as part of the update. They included Jackson Hole Airport as a free update there.
Condor 140, you want to go around?
Yep.
Condor 140, can I maintain 16,000 and proceed direct to Lynn?
There we got that little 5-knot tailwind.
And just make a formal cancel approach code.
It's getting pretty cold in here. I'm going to turn the heater on for a little while.
JetBlue 789, you leave my airspace for the service turn, exchange cruise going.
Don't need too much heat.
Condor 140, low altitude alert. Altitude in your area is 11,500, approaching to 14,900 MBA. Just make a climbing left turn to 16,000, 16,000, direct to Limbs after that.
So golden VOR, we put that in. That is 1510. There we go, locks on. 60 miles, 57 miles to go. I just love how you can do that in here. Just click on a waypoint, click on a fix like a VOR or a waypoint. You click on a VOR and you see the
Canada
frequency.
15, flight level 310, we're approaching Medicine Bow.
Okay, that was 2 at a time. Was that Air Canada 15 checking in?
That is correct, we're passing Medicine Bow.
I think I'll put track up for
Air
this.
Canada was 15, Denver
More
Center, radar
appropriate.
contact over the Medicine Bow VOR, welcome.
It's got our range rings, so right now,
Southwest,
United 1758, can we also delete the speed restrictions?
hour 24
United
range.
1758
Takes
approves
us
as
past the
requested.
airport.
Southwest
Then we've
1439
got
Lima
the
Airspace,
extra
Minneapolis
45
Southline,
minutes
radar
reserved
services terminate, frequency change
for the
approved.
yellow line, so
Frequency change approved, Southwest 1439. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
lots of gas. I like
Awesome, sir.
that, so definitely
Thank you, have a good one.
within the reserves for 45
Get to
minute reserve.
317. We're set up the RNAV Zulu runway 17 left from Insync, if that works for you.
ExitJet 317, that works. At InSync, cleared the RNAV Zulu 17 left approach.
Great. Add Insync clear RNAV Zulu 17 left. Thank you.
Denver Center, Lufthansa, Econo 140, flight level 60,000 inbound. Condor 114, Roger, you can expect the RNAV, or correction, the localized redeeming Echo approach from Ajax.
I'll ask him after Goodland if we can go direct to the airport, and then that'll keep it nice and easy for us.
Center, good afternoon. Virgin 023 Heavy, level 340, inbound, Euro Delta 63 uniform.
Virgin 023 Heavy, Denver Center, hello, confirm, squawking 3734 for me.
$3734, Virgin. Clear.
Center Southwest 4219, climbing through flight level 198, just making sure we didn't miss the climb above the departure.
Southwest 4219, Denver Center, climb and maintain flight level 380.
380, 4219.
Denver, United West, correction. WestJet 1521, please avoid this FedEx.
WestJet 1571, that's approved, report back.
Thank you.
Condor 140, turn right heading 360, I'll bring you back in for the localized redeeming Echo from Ajax. Speedbird 21 Bravo, you with me? Condor 140, descend and maintain 1313, or 13,000, 13,000.
13,000, Condor 140.
Condor 140, proceed direct Jargu, cross Jargu at 13,000. At Jargu, clear the localizer, DME Echo approach.
Did you put that in the jet?
Condor
Maybe a little
140,
more
proceed
heat
direct
here, I
Jargu,
think.
cross Jargu at 13,000, 13,000. Clear the localizer, DME Echo approach.
Direct Jargu, crossing Jargu at 13,000, up at SPF, localizer 140.
Sure our CO2 detector is working properly. Denver, November 848 Delta requests.
November 848 Delta Denver Center.
Yeah, after good land, if we can go direct to destination, and then you can just vector us through the Class B as applicable.
November 848 Delta, where were you looking direct to right now?
After good land, direct to destination, Kilo Bravo Delta Uniform.
November 848 Delta, that is approved as requested. Report over Goodland.
Okay, we'll call you over good land. 848 Delta. Perfect. So we can modify our flight plan now. So after Goodland, we're just going to go direct to the destination, so we can get rid of this waypoint here.
Red Eye 11,
Okay.
you came in there pretty quiet there. If you could just
So
double check
Goodland
on
direct
that,
to the
sir.
airport.
How much out of now?
That'll
I
definitely
got you
save us a bit of
555 now.
time.
Say your question.
Looking for VFR departure from the bus.
Go back to the map, and you can see that's taking us direct to the airport.
Red Eye 11, Roger, runway
And it's
14,
going to take us right
report ready.
just through Denver, and he'll vector us around, obviously, once we get a little bit closer there.
Hello, Denver, Center, United 1294, short of 17 left.
United 1294, RNAV, go rock, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Garak, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff, United 1294.
Chef 1521 is back up to the
Welcome back.
I'll just show you on Navigraph charts here.
Thank you.
So right now, get rid of this waypoint. So if I just remove that waypoint, and now it's just taking us direct to the airport from there. So, like I said, that's going to take us right through Denver's airspace. So you can see it's Class Bravo from 10 to 12 there, and then ground to 10 inside here. So. And then Class Bravo from 8 to 12 there. Yeah, so we're going to need it to get through here for sure. Yeah, it's kind of nice to have some ATC on today. Wasn't really expecting it, but.
ExactJet 317, runway 30 right, clear to
It's
land.
not really getting any warmer in here, is it?
Me 17 left.
ExactJet 317, apologies, runway 17 left, clear to land.
17 left, go land. It's jet 317, thanks.
We got the heater is on, and it's on low. We can put the blower on to high.
United 1294, Denver Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 340 altitude, leaving.
Climb
There's
340,
a great little checklist.
7,200, United 1294.
Take a look at it here. Use these JD checklists from flightsim.to, and they have for various aircrafts. We have the BlackSquare, Baron, BlackSquare Professional. And we kind of check our fuel flow as to for our charts, because they have some cruise charts here as well. So we're using the turbo with the turbo charge here. So 33 inches of and 2400. We're running 2500. It's pretty close. At 10,000, that is running rich at peak. So we're doing pretty good. We're a little bit slower, but we're running a little bit better fuel burn here. Fuel flow 18.7, and we're just under 18, so it's not too bad. That's at 10,000 feet at 75% power. Yeah, so. Oh, sorry, 19.4, yeah. 19.7, yeah, so we're doing pretty good. True airspeed, we're a little bit slower, but burning a little bit less fuel. Probably more around this range here. That would be down to 30 inches of cruise. So that's a great resource for flying this airplane too. It has all your limitations, cruise charts, takeoff, landing distances as well, I believe. So let's get the latest weather for our destination. And winds 090 at 8, so we'll be landing on runway 8. We can actually load up a visual approach for runway 8.
Red I-11, runway 14, clear for takeoff.
Load that up, have that ready to go when we need it. If we go up to our destination here, so you can see there's the airport there, and this will be the straight in for runway 08. So we're going to come in the opposite direction. Look up which way the traffic flows for that airport. I think it was left-hand circuit.
I got the 317, clear to 17 left. We're just going to the GA ramp, north side of the field.
So
Exact Jet 317, Roger, taxi to the ramp at pilot's discretion. Have a good one.
Thanks, you.
Thanks. Left-hand circuit.
317.
Yeah. So we'll join up here, do a left-hand circuit, come around. So we'll hopefully get vectored in there. Once we get the field in sight, we'll just join left downwind and come around for runway 08.
Southwest 1705, that's approved as requested. Climb and maintain flight level 350. That will be your final.
Appreciate it. 350, Southwest 1705.
So this is Goodland. There's a little airport just to the south here. Just to the south of our track, north side of the town. again, we can go in and get the information on that. So we'll just zoom in. Here's the airport. Waypoint info. And again, the altimeter was 3004. And we have 3004 set. Here we go. 3004 set. And yeah, it looks good. What do they got for runways? 3,500 foot hard surface. And for the other runway is 5,500 foot. Perfect.
There's ourselves at 4219. Step away for about 5 minutes. We're good.
Southwest 4219. Let me see here. That's approved as requested. Report back.
And the airport elevation here is 3,600 feet. Bear November 848 Delta over Goodland at 10.5.
November 848 Delta, roger. Proceed direct to Boulder. You're clear through the number class Bravo. Maintain VFR.
Boulder, maintain VFR, clear the cross Bravo, A4L Delta, thanks. Yeah, so he'll vector us around as required, otherwise we can go just direct to the airport. If there's no traffic, he'll just let us proceed direct. So if there is ATC on, it's a great way to fly through these busy centers when you're on VATSIM. If you're VFR, just get clearance from the ATC into the class Bravo, and then yeah, you're good to go. You're flying VFR, so you can fly where you need to. And,
Red I 11, roger, runway 14, clear for takeoff.
Unless he gives you a vector or tells you to stay at a certain altitude. But
Westjet 1571, you're going to leave my airspace, Salt Lake, South Line, radio services terminate, frequency change approved.
Change approved, Westjet 1531, have a good afternoon, thanks for the help.
Alaska 2605, could we get 5 minutes
we got about 48 minutes till we get to our destination.
Alaska 2605, that's approved, report back.
Our new track is 279.
Thank you.
So we'll throw that into our course. 279, and yeah, that'll be it till we get to Muni. Then we'll activate vectors to final for the visual approach.
Air Canada 15, radar contact lost. Red I 11 just confirmed, squawking VFR, frequency change approved. Maintain clear of the Denver class Bravo. We'll go back to VFR, I don't know what the figures in, and we'll make clear the Bravo. For that one.
Call up get the info for KBDU now, be your next destination. Boulder Muni. So the runways there are
Okay, 1049, leaving my airspace, Salt Lake offline, radio services terminate,
08.
frequency change approved. Have a good one.
That's the hard surface one.
1049. Great job, man. See you.
Thank you, have a good one.
There it is.
Denver
there.
Center Smoke 264 is checking in flight level 390, about 5050 miles east
And
of
the frequency
Bright Canyon.
CTAF is
Smoke
22725. I'll put that in.
264, Denver Center, radar contact, position as reported. Welcome.
But we'll probably stay on his frequency for the entire flight. Weather 0804.
Center
and
Southwest
36
4219, back with you.
degrees.
Southwest 4219, welcome back.
3008 when we get there. And 45 minutes to go. Not a lot of traffic on the VATSIM map going in and out of Denver right now, but there is one guy flying a 16 though. It's kind of cool.
Southwest 4219 Lima Aerospace, Denver, or correction, Salt Lake offline, ready to services terminate, frequency change approved.
I think we can get the Denver ATIS on here too. This has some VATSIM integration as well. So we go utilities, we have
4219, over to Unicom. Have a good one.
We can get Denver ATIS up here as well. So it shows all the VATSIM ATISes as well, and the Denver centers. So you get all that information of what's online. It's a nice little addition. Again, this wouldn't be in the real GTN, but so Denver arrival ATIS, they are using 16 left, 17, so they're landing south. Yeah, so if he takes us right over the airport, that wouldn't conflict with any of the landing traffic there. And their arrival, or their departures, where are they departing? Off of runway 8. Yeah, so that would be eastbound. So we're going to have to be careful of that. If there's any departing traffic, that might affect us for the coming in as well.
Alaska 2605 is back.
Alaska 2605, welcome back.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't see your comment there. Uwani Sample? Yeah, sorry, I probably butchered that, but yeah, I'm in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Flying a VFR flight in a Beechcraft Baron. This is the Baron Professional by BlackSquare. And yeah, we're doing a VFR leg from Wichita, Kansas up to Boulder Muni, just outside of Denver International. That was part of a little series I'm going to do where I'm doing a delivery flight. So we pretended we picked up this Baron. It's a refurbished Baron. It just had some avionics upgrades. So it's an older Baron aircraft, so it's got the traditional 6-pack, older instrumentation, and old radios, but we upgraded it with some new avionics and new engines. Got some new engines, turbocharged engines. And yeah, so it's basically a refurbished Baron. And we're going to deliver it to some lucky customer up in Barrow, Alaska. So our plan is to fly all the way up to the west coast of the States, and then all the way up the coast through British Columbia and Alaska, and deliver it to Barrow on the northern edge of Alaska. So it'll probably take about 7 or 8 trips to do it, and just going to try to do a couple trips a week on live streams.
Denver Center, this is November 976, Juliet Sierra, checking in over, just about over Tofu, but I'm flight level 450.
November 976, Juliet Sierra, Denver Center, radar contact, position as reported, welcome.
I just put that in the chat for anybody else that joins, wants to see. Still not getting much heat out of that heater. Oops, hit my altimeter there. 3004.
And then we're going to hit Speedbird 2 on Bravo level 360.
Let's go look at our cabin.
Speedbird 21 Bravo, Denver Center, radar contact 29 miles north of the VOR, welcome.
Yeah. Slow it doesn't look like
Reaper
the
21
heater
Bravo, we're
is
just sending up
working.
an F-16 to go say hi to you.
Funny, I could see them approaching actually. Sorry, chaps.
Look at the heater on there. Let's see if we got any failures. So, we got failures. We got 2 real-time failures. So I got so we got 0 active failures on right now. So it hasn't failed. Yep, no active failures. So I got it on 2 times real failures, so we can get failures while we're on the trip. But if I look, it doesn't look like the heater is on. So let's look at the heater. So try to turn it back on, low. That up.
91758 Lima Aerospace, Salt Lake
See now
offline,
if
ready
we
to
get
services
any,
terminate,
heat
frequency
going
change
here.
approved. Have a
No,
good one.
doesn't seem to be.
Well, it's HV 1758, thanks for the
Heater
altitude and
blower
Denver.
doesn't
We'll
seem
see
to
you
be
next
on.
time. Good job.
Thank you.
Good evening, Denver Center, Delta 781 with you, flight level 320.
Delta 781, Denver Center, radar contact 30
Let's
miles
check
south
for
of the Ainsworth
breakers.
VOR, welcome.
I don't see any breakers. Yeah, I'm not sure why we're not getting any heat going on out there. Cabin vent air is on. Heat is full to increase. So
Center
yeah.
Snake 227 on the ground, Buckley, ready to go.
Snake 27, Denver
now it's coming
Center,
on.
runway
Okay.
14 clip takeoff, the wind variable at 3.
Oh, now it's working. I wonder
Runway
what,
14, taxi
what's
by
going on there.
discretion, clear for takeoff. Thank you.
Yep, now we're getting some heat going. Obviously, we can play with this all day because we can't feel the real temperature, but kind of just watching the football game. Spain and Argentina here. Background. Not going to say the score if anyone's watching live. I'm going to watch it later. Not as fun to watch as that last game with England and France. So that was that was a real fun game to watch. Fuel's looking good. Running between quarter and a half a tank. Okay, it's pretty quiet on ATC. I can still hear him. I'm going to do a little bathroom break, and I got my headphones on so I can still hear ATC, but I'll be for a few minutes, so I'll be right back.
The Snake 27 radar contacts, the altitude leaving.
Snake 27, we passed in 12,500.
Snake 27, roger, climb and maintain flight level tree 60. And proceed on course.
60, Snake 27.
Southwest 1705, your Lee Meyer Space, Minneapolis offline. Radio services terminated. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Southwest 1705, have a great one.
You too.
Okay, just got back. Temperature is getting pretty hot in here. Like I said, I could be playing with that all day. Pretty good. We got about 30 minutes to go till we get to our destination. See a lot of traffic around the airport right now, so it shouldn't be too bad. Pretty quiet on ATC there. I did a flight a couple days ago on VATSIM into Indy Bill's new Chicago airport there, and it was the busiest I've seen VATSIM ATC in a long time. It took me 35-40 minutes to taxi to the gate after we landed. There was so much traffic. And that's almost realistic for Chicago. If you've ever been to Chicago, taxi times in can be quite a long time. I think my record in real life is almost an hour. But it was a lot of fun to do that on VATSIM. It's a great little airport if you're looking for a nice pay-ware airport for Chicago. Highly recommend it. But not too busy in Denver here today. I picked this livery up on flightsim.to for the Baron as well. If you just search for November 848 Delta, you'll probably find it, no problem. I love the old Beechcraft logo on the tail. Okay, starting to see the Rocky Mountains coming up in the distance there. Be a great flight. Next flight we do out of here, we'll take off out of the Muni, kind of head up along the mountains, climb up, get some altitude, and then fly up through the mountains. Like I said, I think we'll look at Jackson Hole. That might be a good location to go for our next Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Fly through the Teton National Park there. These are all looking good. Wow, really quiet on ATC. Can't believe how quiet it is. So I can put something in the VNAV here. If we go to our flight plan, and we've got an altitude there. Let's maybe put a... Oh, you can't do long track waypoints in this one here. So in the TDS you can do long track waypoints, but you can't do it in here. So see if I can pick a waypoint that's just before there. Because I don't think we can do VNAV. Let's see if there is VNAV information. Utilities, VNAV. Oh yeah, so we do have VNAV. Time to top of descent, so that will be final. Yeah, but that's not really going to work. I kind of want to be down at pattern altitude. I'll look at the map here. That waypoint is beyond. So if I just add this waypoint here, prior to the airport, MHEIH, maybe we just add that in and then make that a waypoint we can use for giving us some VNAV profile here. We'll go back to flight MAGIA, and I think it was I insert before. Just looking on the chart here on my other screen, see if I can find a better waypoint maybe. B for downwind. Maybe this RGARCHY. Let's try that. And we could put that down for our pattern altitude of I got Boulder Muni in here twice. That's weird. You'll see what I'm getting at here in a few minutes. We'll go to flight plan. I'll remove that. So we're going direct Boulder. So we'll insert before ARCHY. Won't let me do it. If I go direct to that now, maybe. Direct to ARCHY. Okay, and then back to the flight plan. Then we've got ARCHY to BDU, so that's good. If we can make that so 5,300, so we'll make that 6,300. Save. And then go back to VNAV. And now it's got target. No, we can't select our target waypoint here. I'm not going to be able to do it in here, I don't think. So I was trying to make a waypoint that would get me down to pattern altitude just prior to entering the airport area there, but it's not going to work. So I'll just go back direct to here again. Jesus, ATC even still online anymore? Am I still on VPilot here? Looks like it. We got 18 minutes to go. I'll probably descend down to pattern altitude of 6,400 feet. And pattern. Gotta lose 4,000 feet, so about 4 minutes back at 1,000 feet per minute. So I'll make it about about 6 minutes back, 1,000 feet per minute. That'll get us down 2 minutes before. And we'll be at pattern altitude for joining the circuit there. Start to see Denver Airport coming up here pretty soon. It's right over here. And the approaches will be coming in this way. There's departing traffic, so if that is runway 8, I think right there, they're going to be departing off of this way here, but I don't see any traffic coming out of there. And they're going to be landing this direction down here. Is getting pretty good there. Let's leave the heater off. We descend down, it's going to get pretty warm. Denver is a huge airport too. Been there, it's really spread out. Got 6 runways, I think. 4 landing north-south, 2 east-west. Denver Center, Baron 848 Delta. That's why it's so quiet. I haven't heard him in a long time. Not even on, might not even be on anymore. 2765. Listening to the comms. Yeah, it's still up there. Denver Center, Baron 848 Delta, radio check. I don't see any traffic in the area here, so. Denver Center, Baron 848 Delta, radio check. Very strange. Haven't seen that before. Where it shows he's still online, but I think I have my comms muted or anything. Still showing receiving and transmitting on comm 1. Volume's good. He would send me a message on vPilot too if he heard me and I wasn't responding. Yep, so there's Denver International. The north runway, running east-west, and south runway, and then parallels over here. More down there. Okay, we got 10 minutes to go, so I'm going to start my descent at about 6 minutes. So I'm going to go down to 6,400 feet for pattern altitude. What I'll do is I'll put it in heading mode. So we'll select heading. And then I'll activate the vectors to final for the reference for the approach flight plan or procedure. Oh, it hasn't got the approach in there. So visual 8 will load and activate. course is going to be 082. Y still has its leg active here, but procedure CS. For some reason it's kind of acting funny here. Activate approach. Go direct to activate leg. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of acting funny here. Not sure what's going on. Could be because I have 2 BDUs in here. Oh, I'm getting pinged now by him. Denver Center, Baron 848 Delta. $765. I'm just doing typing chat with him here. For some reason the comms aren't working, so. Okay, we're cleared to 6.5, so I'm gonna dial that in, so we'll go vertical speed. Go 1,000 foot down. Gauge that. Bring the props back a bit.
East of the Hell City VOR, or Yeah, Hill City View will work.
Area 1398, taxi with Echo at Springs.
1398, runway 17 left, taxi via Mike Hotel Echo.
There, we got him back now.
17 left, Mike Hotel, Echo, United 1398.
Hey, Denver, November 848 Delta, back with you. We're 8.5 for 6.5 and looking for the field. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened with V-Pilot, but lost comms, but it's working now.
November 848 Delta, no problem. Welcome back. Boulder Airport, you're 12 o'clock, 12 miles.
Okay, I'll let you know when we have it set. I'm looking for your...
Overfitting, flying passing 9,000.
So it's just north
United
of the lake.
495, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 360 ounce altitude, leaving one more time.
360, just leaving 9,000, United flying 5.
There's a little lake up there.
United 495, roger,
Just
Aspen
be to
altimeter
the other
3026
side. Should be over there, I think.
3026 and 10,000
Modify
now,
my
United
heading a
flying
little
5.
bit.
Denver Center, November Juliet Sierra, clear, runway 17 right.
Oh, no, sorry.
November
Airport's
8
right there.
Juliet Sierra, roger, taxi to the ramp, straight ahead, have a good one.
Straight ahead, you did a great job, thanks for your patience. November Juliet Sierra.
Aaron 848 Delta has field in sight, be joining left-hand downwind for runway 8.
November 848 Delta, roger, report your IFR, no traffic observed between you and the Boulder Airport, radar services terminated, Brock maintain VFR frequency change approved.
Okay, switching frequency, thanks for flight following, have a great day.
Anytime, have a good one. Virgin 023 Lima Aerospace, Salt Lake offline, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Virgin 023, great.
Okay, so there's the field. I'm going to go props full forward, mixers full forward. Just adjust my heading a little bit to the right. So we'll join it downwind at 6,500 feet. $6,400 feet. And I'm on 22.8. We'll broadcast there because I don't think they use the CTAFs. They just use it if it's a tower frequency. Otherwise, it's 22.8. Okay, we're at pattern altitude. Bring the power up a little bit. Boulder Muni traffic. It's Barron 848 Delta. We're about 5 miles to the east, joining left-hand downwind runway 8 to Boulder Muni. Okay, I'm going to disengage the autopilot, flight director. I'm not sure what's going on with the approach-wise not loading properly, but that's fine. We got the field in sight there. We'll start slowing down. I want to get below our flap speed of speeds over here, 140 I think for flaps, 152 for flaps extend and gear. There's the airport there. Get too tight, don't want to go too far down the base leg here, getting a little bit low. Boulder Muni traffic, it's Barron 848 Delta, is downwind 08, full stop in Boulder Muni. Okay, let's get the approach flap out. Gas is on both. Got gear to go. He's come back, and below 120 we can go full flap. Well, just short of the hills there, I'll turn base leg. At good speed, I'll keep about 110 there. Visual reference. Okay, let's start a base leg. Go gear down. Start a slow descent. We got gear down, flaps. Keep the speed. Turn going. Get the descent going. Through the center line a little bit. Got full flaps. A little bit low. Not too bad though. We got gear down. Flaps are at approach, or flaps are down. Speed's good. Come back to about 95. Boulder Muni traffic. Baron 848 Delta is final. Full stop. Boulder Muni. Winds. Below 90 knots. Good. Touchdown. About a 4,000 foot runway. Brakes are good. Well, welcome to Boulder Muni. I'll get the landing light off, taxi light on, get the strobe light off. Fixtures, I'll bring them back a little bit just for taxi. Exit here, and then we'll park over on the ramp. So it's a nice little freeware airport picked up on flightsim.to. And low volt just because we got the power down low. Okay, we get the flaps up. Well, welcome to Boulder. Nice little flight. Great little VFR leg. Let's taxi in here and park on the ramp. Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on with that approach. Just park on the apron up here. Flaps are up. Lights are good. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with V-Pilot there too. Lost comms on V-Pilot. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Had to log out and log back in again. Park up in front of the little, it's kind of bumpy taxiway here. take that spot right in front. Next taxiway. Yeah, this is Freeway Airport's really nicely done. Okay, we'll get her parked here. A little further ahead, I think. Okay. Parking brake is on. Taxi light is off. And we go to cutoff. Okay, perfect. Well, welcome to Boulder Muni. See, we got all our switches off, get our lights off. Up sync go off, avionics, so I missed that in the landing. Cut off. Get our alternators off. Get this door open. And we'll get the battery off. Super. Well, here we are in Boulder, little Boulder Muni Airport. Nice little freeway airport. That was a fun little flight. Just a little bit over a couple hours. Great VFR weather, and now we're just up the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. So thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the flight. If you did, take time, hit that like button. Share, subscribe, sign up for notifications, and you'll see the next time I come out with the video. I'm going to try to do it on Wednesdays and Sundays. And so the next leg out of here, I'm not sure where we're going to go for sure. I'll take a look. I'll post it 24 hours before I do the flight. I'll post it on as a preview for the video, and I'll put the route and where we're going to be going, whether we're going to be doing IFR and VFR. So yeah, that was good first little leg, and now we're in the Rockies, so we should have some great scenery and a little bit more challenging flying as we fly through the mountains and head towards the west coast and then on our way up to Alaska. Again, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the flight, and we'll see you next time on the channel. Bandit out. Have a great day.